Okay, so occasionally I get an email or a comment from somebody that Tent Maker Ministry videos are cheesy. You know, I have to admit, almost everything that I do is cheesy. But I'm a teacher, so since we're on the subject of cheesy videos, I thought I'd give a little object lesson in cheese. So this is Gouda cheese. G-O-U-D-A. Gouda cheese. This is a Gouda cheese, okay? This is Limburger cheese. I got this from the local Herman Wurst house. I went to 3 other grocery stores and nobody had Limburger cheese except this Herman Wurst house. For $8 I got a chunk of Limburger cheese just for this object lesson to teach you about good cheese versus bad cheese. This cheese, when I went into the grocery to this Wurst Fest, she said yesterday somebody actually bought one of these squares, and they bought it to put onto raw hamburger to let stay outside and rot, and then use it for catfish bait. Bad cheese. Even if in its normal fresh state, it's bad, smelly, stinky cheese. Bad cheese? Good cheese. I was in France where this kind of cheese is a delicacy over there. When I was in college, we went to a very fine hotel next to Trianon Palace, very famous palace, and they had the world's finest cheeses on a tray. And a waiter came up to me and showed me this selection of these fine cheeses. And I, being that cultured American brat, went and took a little bit of some cheese that had a moldy crust on it. And I tasted this thing and it was terrible. I couldn't swallow it. I had to spit it in my napkin. To describe what it tasted like, or the experience, was like if you had a village of French farmers, right, who hadn't taken a bath in a month, and they all came together to the village square, and they all took their shoes off, and they took that stuff under the toenail, you know that stuff, that white stuff, and they all put all their stuff together and made a chunk of that stuff. That's what Limburger cheese is like. Bad cheese, good cheese. Tent Maker Ministries videos might be cheesy, but they're a good for you. And I suggest you partake of 1 or 2 or 3 or 100 and some odd, however many we have. They're good for your soul and they're good for your spirit. They make the heart merry. They're good cheese. Partake.